Welcome back. This is Brian from W3 Woodworking. My dad used to have a saying, it's not an error unless you can't fix it. So let's take a look at a potential error. When you're building a cabinet like this, you have to make sure it's totally square. So before you glue the cabinet together, the way of checking that is by taking a tape measure and measuring from this corner down to this corner, and from this corner down to this corner. Those should match. If they're not, it's not square. Now let's suppose you put this cabinet together and it is square here, but it's not square over there. That could happen. So the question is two things. You got to figure out what you did initially wrong so it doesn't happen again. That's the first thing. But you can't start over again, so how do you fix it? Here's an easy way of fixing it. When you put the door in here is when you realize it's not square. You push the door up against here and you're going to say it may be tight here, and let's suppose it's off by 1/4 or 1/8 inch down here. So what do? You take the door off, you put masking tape on the back side of it. Then you take the door on the outside here, you slide it over until there's no more light here. Then take a pencil on the inside and draw a line. Then you can take it over your track saw and cut along that line. Now this is going to match up flush here. Now I know what some people may think, you know what, don't do that, Brian. You can just adjust the hinges. You can't do it that way. You got to address the real air here. If you start adjusting the hinges to compensate for that, it's not going to fit properly here or here. So the other thing you need to consider is you're going to have the same problem when you put the panel in the back here. So everybody makes mistakes. The question is, how do you fix it? Again, this is Brian from W3 Woodworkings with an S. Please check the links below. Have a great day.